Hey everyone, welcome back to Multimagic channel. In our previous videos, we introduced you to some awesome new interns. As you know, they have just wrapped up their first sprint, and to be very frank and to be very honest, they did an incredible job, like tackling that initial task with high enthusiasm and high skill. Okay, now in this video, we are diving into sprint 2, where we'll walk through the tasks they'll be working on, and also I'll share some insights onto their goals and give a sneak peek at what's coming up in this module. So stick around to see how they are leveling up, what are the challenges which are ahead, and how they are going to contribute to our products in a big way. Okay, now in this video we are going to speak about this asset customization module. So if they launch their product, I mean if they launch their module, they are going to see this login screen initially. Okay, but there's a small surprise. Instead of keeping this login screen dummy, kind of without any backend functionality, what we have done is we have created a mock API. Okay, so what they had to do is they had to run this mock API, and after that they had to run the project which we are going to give them. And once they see the login screen, after they see the login screen, if they click on login, it'll actually navigate to this screen. So here you have a header, here you have a sidebar, and this is a main dashboard. Okay, so you can see this, like there's a small hamburger button, right? So if you click on that, the sidebar will get collapsed, and if you click on that again, it'll expand again. Okay, so after that, if the module which we are going to speak about is asset customization module, right? So the menu, in the menu, if they click on the design, they are going to they'll navigate to the respective page where the asset customization module is actually implemented. Okay, so in the same way, here we have a hamburger menu icon. So if someone clicks on the hamburger menu, the sidebar get collapsed, and if you want to expand that again, you have to click this hamburger menu again. Okay, so yep, this is the initial layout which they have implemented in the sprint 1. So now let us see what are they going to do in sprint 2. And also we have added some extra functionalities. If you see our previous videos, and if you see the dashboard which we have given in the previous videos, we have upgraded the dashboard to this layout, and we also added a small settings control where you can adjust the dashboard layout settings. You can add some specific themes, you can add some specific fonts, whatever you want to, like that. And there's some icons like full screen and all. Maybe I don't want to say everything, I don't want to keep everything as an image itself. So we'll see the functionality, we'll play with the dashboard. But meanwhile, stay with me. I'm just going to wrap it up very fast. Okay. So if anyone clicks on the settings icon, which I have shown here, it is going to display this it is going to toggle this small right sidebar. Okay. So where you'll have some customized settings, that is light mode, dark mode, auto mode, like depends on the system. Theme contrast, like do you want shadows or do you want contrasting? And what is the theme you have to follow? Like, do you need the default drawer, or do you need the mini drawer kind of? We have some other customizations too. So here I clicked on the dark mode, and this is how it looks. The dark mode looks. This is how the dark mode looks. Now let us see the dashboard, and let us play with some of the controls, and let us see what they have implemented for us. And after that, let us discuss about what are the tasks they are going to perform in sprint 1. So without any delay, let us jump into the dashboard. Okay, so this is the initial screen which I told, and as I told, we need to run the mock API also, right? So I already ran the mock API. So you definitely have to run this mock API. Otherwise, you will not be able to log in to the dashboard. Okay. So yes, I clicked on the login. So this is a screen which we got initially, and this is a toggle bar which I mean this is a sidebar which I was speaking about. Like if you click on this, it will collapse, and if you click on this, it will expand. So this is the screen. This is option which is used to full screen. So if you click on this, it will open the full screen, and if you click on this, it will exit the full screen. Okay. So here we have this settings button. If you click on dark, it will go to dark mode and contrast for a shadow behind the cards. Okay, and if you click on so and so, the colors will be changing if you observe. Okay. Okay, and this is a default sidebar. Like we got the sidebar which is expanded sidebar. If you click on this, it will collapse. Okay, it will be very short. Okay, and after that, here we have a vertical sidebar, and we have another option also, that is horizontal sidebar. If I click on this, you'll be able to see the horizontal sidebar where in the applications we have the design. Okay, so in the same way we have this container style, fluid style, this font changings and all. You guys play with it. This is quite interesting. But meanwhile, I'm going to shift to the default settings, which I'm comfortable with. Okay, so I clicked on the design. Yes. Here also we have some options. I mean, let us see the layout, what they have built for us, what they have implemented for us. So if I click on this, the controls will get hidden. The controls will get hidden, and if I click on it, it will open again. Okay, so in the same way we have some other dummy icon controls too. Okay, so let us see. These are the icons which we have, and we have multiple categories of icons. If I click on this bold, you'll be able to see the bold icons, bulk icons, broken icons and all. I personally like this bulk. Let us go and play with this icon. Okay, let me choose an icon. I choose an icon, this one, and I'm going to increase the size of icon, and let me change the color of the icon. And coming to the background controls, we have this icon tab and background tab. These icon controls are respected to the icon only, but in the background we have the background customization. I prefer white. See how beautiful it is. Okay, so and here we have some search bar, that is writing on ad, it displays only the ad icon. Okay, so yeah, this is all about the dashboard what we have. Make sure you guys also play with the controls whatever we have, and whatever you are going to implement in the sprint 2, make sure those all controls will work on this controls too. Okay, those all, I mean these settings too. Okay, and also we got another interesting feature, that is documentation. So if anyone navigates to this documentation, give me a second. Yes, you'll be given with this small page. I mean, if you want to use any buttons, the source code for the buttons. I mean, we are building a product, right? So in product, everything should be with respect to the same theme, and there should be evenness in the UI UX, right? So that is why we came up with this documentation and all. You can go through the components whatever we are using, and you can use the documents what we have given, the code snippets what we have given here. Okay, so pretty simple, right? And interesting. Okay, now let us jump into the task what they have, what this ACM team, we call them as ACM team or as a customization module team. Okay, so in task 1, what they are going to do is, we have seen this, right? These are the controls, these are the module which they had worked on, right? So if user clicked on this icon, this sidebar, this sidebar, give me a second. This sidebar is getting collapsed, right? But when the sidebar get collapsed, we have the same icon, like it is something like this, right? So I mean, click on this to close the sidebar, but you don't have any icon, specific icon like denoting that click on this to expand the sidebar. Like it should be right, it makes some sense, right? So this is kind of move the sidebar to the left. Okay, this is kind of move the sidebar to the right. what we thought is, why don't we change the icon to, if we click on this icon when the sidebar get collapsed. See, I clicked on this, the sidebar icon is aligned to left. I mean the toggle or the sidebar icon is aligned to left. If we keep it as it is aligned to right, it makes some sense. Like if someone is clicking on this, it is going to display something like this. Okay, so that is what the task one is. They have to implement the responsive icons, okay, with respect to toggling and expanding the sidebar. The task 2 is, so you guys have seen this, right? So I clicked on this icon, this icon has displayed. But if I want to revert it back, I mean redo that, okay, so I need that functionality too, okay. Let us assume that, let us take the worst case option, like we have implemented some functionality which we cannot revert back using these controls. So we need a redo option, right? So that is what we are focusing on here. So there is an icon here, this kind of left circled arrow, maybe I should say it as anti-clockwise arrow. Okay, if someone clicked on this, it should redo the previous action, I mean undo the previous action, okay. In the same way, if we have undo, we must have the redo option also, right? So the task 3 is something that the redo action. So till now they have focused on the toggling responsive toggling icon, and after that they focused on this undo icon, and after that they focused on this redo icon, right? Okay, good. So now coming back to this, here we have around 4, 5, 6, 7 icons, right? So we have 7 icons here. So we cannot, I mean we can add more icons also, right? And if you see here, this is taking too much of space. Why don't we add 2 more icons in the same row? Like we can have 6 icons. It looks good even if we had 6 icons. It is also responsive, right? So if you shrink the browser, I mean you have this toggle, right? So definitely it will be responsive, okay. So we have these 7 icons. What we have in task 4 is, we are going to add number of icons, and if we are adding number of icons, this view, the view is going to expand till here, which is not a good UI practice, right? So instead what we can do is, we can add a scroll bar. We can add a scroll bar here, okay. We can add a scroll bar, and that is what I have mentioned here. And we have to display 6 icons in a row. Currently we have 4, we need to add 6 icons in a row, and the search bar should work for all the icons, okay. So that is what the task 4 is. And the box which I have drawn here, this dotted box, please ignore that. That is just for demonstration purpose. Like you have this much of space and you have to add scroll bar there, okay. That is the sense of this box, okay. Coming to task 5, okay, I mean instead of showing it here, let me show that in the dashboard first, then I'll come back to the image and I'll explain you what I was speaking about, okay. So if you see this clip art, this search bar is aligned in this line, okay, and this bulk also is aligned in this line. Means we have some padding, I mean we have some margin to the left of search and to the right of this select, right? But if you see this icon and background, this is a small box, right? But it doesn't have any space to the left of it. I mean it doesn't have any margin to the left of this box and to the right of this box also. Yes, that is what they have to add. So here what they have to do is, this search bar, I mean they have to make sure that this whole size aligned properly, okay. And they have to, then what will happen, this tab box will look like this, right? So obviously then what you have to do is, you have to display controls here, then it look evenly, okay. So that is what I am saying. So this is a box they have to, I mean they have to add a left margin and the right margin for this tab component, and after that they have to make sure that these are aligned properly, okay. So in the same way, we have the background tab and the icon tab, right? So they have to do the same things for both icon and background. Okay. So that is what the task 5 is. And coming to this task 6, so we had implemented this redo option, we had implemented this undo option. Okay. Now coming back to this icon, this one. Okay. This is nothing but if you see this icon, I mean, let me show you here. If you see this icon, this is kind of showing something like export kind of option, right? So basically what we are doing is if a user clicked on this icon, then we should display a small drop down that is SVG. I mean, drop down inside that we should have these two options, that is SVG and PNG. If user clicked on this SVG option, so what we should do is we should download the SVG file of this icon which user has customized for himself. Okay, if you clicked on this PNG, it should user should be able to, I mean, we should be able to download a file, PNG file with this image. Okay, and also it is not about just downloading the file in PNG option, I mean with PNG extension and SVG extension. We also added some other interesting functionality too. Here I was saying the same things, right? So if user clicked on this SVG or PNG, we need to download the respective file. But to download the file, first of all, what we have to do is we have to convert this icon to SVG or PNG, right? So it is going to take some minimum amount of time. It is going to take some time. Okay. Let us keep it like this. It is going to take some time, right? So why don't we track this time? Okay, why don't we track this time? Maybe we can display as a progress, I mean in future. Okay, so that is why what we did is we added a small task that is just while the icon is converting to SVG or PNG, track it down and print the progress of that. I mean, keep some values and just print that in the console itself. That is fine. Okay. And once the conversion is done, it should automatically download the image. Okay. Okay, fine. We downloaded the image, but we should also display some small toast or some small message, right? Like your download is done, kind of. That is where this success snack bar is meant by. Okay. Here, basically, what we are doing is we are just displaying a small snack bar that is something like your image is successfully downloaded. Okay, if we have some errors in the snack bar, I mean if we have some errors in the conversion or the downloading process, then we have to show this error snack bar. I'll show you where you have to look this snack bar from, and if you have some warning, you can also display some warning. Warning means, this is actually interesting. Let us assume that we have a case where user selected an icon, okay, but he haven't selected the background color of the icon. Okay, so we should be able to show a small warning for the user that okay, you selected an icon, but if you select an background option too, that would look even more great, kind of. You're suggesting user that to select the background color also. Basically, you're analyzing the icon, whatever user has customized for himself. Okay, so coming to the snack bars, as I told that we are going to look into the snack bars. Where are these? So and so. Let us see the documentation. Let us go through the documentation again. If you see here, we'll have an option that is snack bar. Okay, so snack bar means let us play with some snack bars. Okay, let us go with this basic thing only. If I click on this success, there's a small toast which came up and it will get hidden automatically. If I click on this warning, default, info, error. Okay, so these are the snack bars which we have. Okay, and some other actions too. We have this close action too, and after that we have these transitions like default fade, slide left, slide up, slide right, slide down, and grow means it is kind of zooming in up. Okay, So yep, these are the functionalities which are they going to work on. They have 6 tasks for this sprint, and each has their each task has its individual story points. Okay, so if I say about the story point, this is kind of based on these tasks. This is kind of let us take, if you are trying to score out of 5, this is going to take 5, and this is going to take maybe 2 or 3. I let us keep it as 2, and this is also going to take kind of 2, and this is going to take 3, and this is also going to take 3, and this one is going to take 2. Okay, so these are the level of the tasks. The team will automatically, these story points will help the team to distribute the tasks evenly in the team itself. That actually helps, right? Okay, fine. Yeah, that's all about this video for this asset customization module, what they are going to work on the sprint 2. Hope they are going to perform with the same into and with the same energy again. All the very best. Bye-bye.